Brute Bonnet sucks, and it ruined my rank on Pokemon Showdown. Or at least that's what I tell myself to cope with the fact that I lack a lot of skill. The truth is that I often overplay my hand like I do in these upcoming clips. Listen, I may not be the best player, but I really do enjoy making content for you guys. Regardless, let's roll the clips and talk about where I could improve. For example, in this clip, I ended up getting swept by a Stored Power Cresselia. I didn't really recognize how big of a threat it was to me, that my Dark type wouldn't actually be able to handle it, how difficult it would be to trap it into Encore while trying to boost up on my own. It was a giant failure on my end. I like this clip as well because my game plan for defeating the Skeledirge was to wait for a defense drop from Crunch, which is just RNG and is a bad game plan to try and rely on. It's not consistent, and while I did end up getting the defense drop, I had already wasted enough turns that my opponent was able to beat me. With all that being said, I was actually able to win a few games with this team, so I'm going to pass it to myself last night and walk you through how we were able to win a few. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Paradox to the Top. I'm your host, SeanBonJoviii, and here is the team that we are going to play with today. I'm calling it Brutus after my good friend Brute Bonnet. We're running a loaded dice set with Bullet Seed hitting 4 to 5 times, Sucker Punch, I found it nice for Dragapults, and Taunt and Spore really for just running Disruption on our opponent. Messi, the Cinderace, has been being an all-star carrying the team because, let's be honest, Brute Bonnet is like an NU Pokemon. It's not doing good. Problems with the team is the Donductor and the Zaza, both running these boosting body press sets. I find it very ineffective, and it's hard for the team to deal with Slowking Galar, who during my testing I've been running into non-stop. So I switched the Screamtail, who I've named Bonnie Frazier. I switched her from having Dazzling Gleam into Psyshock. Let's go ahead and try and find a game. So Brute Bonnet, let's talk about it, because this is Paradox to the Top, of course, you know, the series where we play with the different Paradox Pokemon every single week, and we talk about the pros and the cons, and we try and get as high ladder in OU as we can with them. And so I'm trying to get through like these worst Pokemon quicker. You know, I want to do these bad Pokemon while I'm lower ranked so that I can pull out Iron Valiant, you know, when I'm sitting around 15, 1600. But right now we're high 1200. I believe if we win this game, we should hit 1300. But, you know, it's tough playing with these crappers like this. Looking at this game, I think we can lead, honestly, I think Brute looks like a decent lead. Just lead off, get a Spore down on something, or bait out the Garganacl and hit it with the Bullet Seed. That's where he's been really showing, is sort of pressuring Garganacls into wasting their Terra and making the opponent not have like an offensive Terra for the rest of the game. So I'm going to turn the timer on this guy. He's taking forever. Basically, people want to switch their Garganacl in on Brute Bonnet to absorb the Spore. The Purifying Salt ability prevents Garganacl from being put to sleep. However, I have loaded Dice Bullet Seeds, so they don't want to take that. So I think turn one, I'm just going to Taunt, because I don't want him to get like Stealth Rocks or anything up as he goes for the Protect. Okay. So maybe he'll like Salt Cure or switch out. I don't think he's going to double Protect, so we'll just go for the Bullet Seed. Hitting 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 hits. Okay, okay. So he won't do it again. He might Protect again. So we just get to put the Corviknight to sleep. That's fantastic. Now, what do we want to go? He'll probably like switch out. We could go into the Messi, my Cinderace, to just threaten the Corv. Yeah, see, a lot of times people just like to sit with their sleeping Pokemon in at these lower ranks. But I honestly see this as like a mostly free Pyro Ball, unless they want to switch into the Walking Wake. But I have the Donductor for that, so I think I'm fine. 348. Let's scout for the Scarf. We don't have great Spadef on this team. Our best Spadef is actually the Brute Bonnet again, so we're going to play that real quick. As he just drops a Draco, which we are more than capable of surviving. Do I Bullet Seed here? It's a neutral hit. Bullet Seed's 3-hit KOing. I think we can just go into Bonnie here. Wish. And then, we can go back into Cinderace. So even if they like get like a Brave Bird or like a U-turn off, then we're just back at full. I would have liked to try to get Brutus back on the field, but obviously like he U-turns there. So there's a really good chance that I just take that hit and I would lose him. But I think he actually looks really decent in this game. I'm going to go ahead and assume we're faster than Shocks. If anything, He reveals Scarf. We managed to hang on with 1%. He is Scarf, so we are immune here. And that's an opportunity for us to get our rocks up. And hopefully we can maybe force this Corviknight to defog and remove these for us. And that's what he's going to do. And I think I want to let him do that. Yeah, so if he tries to defog... Or I could catch him with a taunt. Is that useful to me? He has revealed a U-turn. What do I think is good? I don't think he U-turns again. I am faster, so Earthquake's not going to hit even if he U-turns. I can anything I do is just going to be faster. Let's just go for the taunt and just stop him from getting what he wants. He goes for the U-turn. Okay, we'll let him get that Rocky Helmet chip. That's fine by me. That's very fine. Interesting choice to just U-turn and take that Rocky Helmet chip, son. Like, that's really what you wanted? Okay, okay. I'm expecting probably a... What's good for him? We're Fizz Depth Lando, so we handle the Sneasler nicely. His team's fairly Landorus weak. He might go into, like, the Walking Wake for us, but he reveals that he's a little trigger happy with that Draco Meteor, which makes me more apt to go into the Screamtail. Yeah, but if he wants to just keep switching that in, I'll go back into Bonnie. Is he probably, what, Steam Eruptions here? Surfs. Okay. I take that, though. I take that all day, and I can just wish and get my health back. I'll Psyshock. Just get a little chip, because he's going to try and defog. Yep, gets rid of the rocks for us. I'm going to Encore that. Yep. I'll go for another wish. So he goes into the Garganical. I'll go back into Brutus. I don't think he can KO. Like, you do get Scald Cured. He does crit, which is bad. But I get my heal. I'm going to try and taunt. See, he tried to recover. That's no good for him. And then I Bullet Seed again. So he goes into the Corv. I need to get out of here. Nothing's asleep. Put the Corv to sleep. And then... I can go back into Messy. And then I just Pyro Ball something. I could just keep picking up Chip on Walking Wake. I think that would be really good for me, because that's probably the biggest threat on his team to me. I think it's his only source of real potent wall breaking, which is what's going to stop my physical boosting Iron Defense Body Press Zamazenta and my Cursed Body Press Dondozo. So that's what we're looking to do here. We're looking to remove the Walking Wake and ideally the Sandy Shocks. That's our win condition, is removing those two. Priority number 2 is get rid of the Corviknight. It's gonna slow us down, but I don't think it's problematic. Probably, okay, so I think our priority list goes Walking Wake, Sandy Shocks, and then if I could also get down the Meowscarada, that's probably a bigger target for me than the Corviknight, actually. The reason Meowscarada is a problem is because its move Flower Trick has a 100% crit chance, and that's going to be problematic for me, because I like to boost my defenses on this team, and the crit chance just breaks right through that. It acts as if there's no defense boost there, and so yeah, that will just break right through the Dondozo, and probably even the Zamazenta, although the Zamazenta does just KO with Body Press, especially because it's faster. Do we think this is... Alright, it's leftovers, so we can just safely U-turn. He's going to try and switch out. He's going to Salt Cure or something. I still think we U-turn, that's fine. Thank God he has no Rocky Helmet on the team, otherwise he could have just switched in and really abused me there. Do I want to let him recover? I think he actually is going to get the recover off for free. So do I have something that just switches in and does 73% damage? My Earthquake could probably do like 56. My Body Presses are doing like 40s. We'll go out into this and get rocks up. That's the move here. Yep. He goes Corv. And we could U-turn. And what do we want to go into? I will let you defog if it means I can wish into Cinderace. That's the trade I'm willing to make here. Go Encore. And now he's stuck defogging, and I can safely wish into Cinderace. I'm a dumb butt. It's always the next turn. I always feel like it's 2 turns, like it's Future Sight, but it's really just 1 turn. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna wish. He Stealth Rocks, and it's risky, but I feel like I can go into Brute Bonnet here. Dang it! No, I should have just removed the things. What is my play? Maybe I just try and wall break a little bit by going like substitute here and like force his hand to give me something good. Right, so he tries to Salt Cure, doesn't break that. I do have a defense boost. And I'm gonna actually go for another defense boost. Brave Bird doesn't even break my substitute, so we go for another Iron Defense. He does break the sub this time, but I can just set up another one. It's going to take him even longer to break down because I have more defense boost. So now he should be really scared. This is what we were really looking to do, is sort of make him force his hand, right? So see, he's U-turning into Walking Wake, who now gets O-code by Body Press. That's what we were looking for. Give me the Walking Wake. That's the #1 priority for our team to get rid of. And he's already feeding it to me. And there it is. That's just the forfeit. How are you going to break past 4 times boosted Zamazenta with the substitute? Leave a like for Zamazenta, baby. Okay. Video's over. I'm so tired of using Brute Bonnet. That was awful. Please subscribe to make it worth my time doing that. That was horrible.